All right, let's do this. Yesterday I made a big push again in the abilities organization in a data table, which makes the abilities now way faster to design. I can focus in what abilities we can use, what weapons, what guns, breakers, finishers, streamers, tacticals, now all in a beautiful data table that I'm gonna show you in a bit. And also I've been redesigning some of the shields and attacks. I also had these guys for my testing. Also reduce a bit, increase a bit the regeneration of the shield. As you can see, it's pretty fast, so it means that you need to kill the enemies in around 30 seconds, 20 seconds. More than that, they're gonna regenerate the full shield, and you don't want that. Oh yeah, of course. Because they are in a stupid mode. No, actually not. I think it's a bug. Let me see one thing. When I kill him, if I knock him down, that was a weird bug that I don't know why. It doesn't happen anymore. So anyway, the data table is this guy, and now also works for let me put the music lower. Oh, you don't hear even the music. Okay, better. So the data table Oh, thank you so much, Abdul and Active Production. I appreciate that. So the data table is basically this guy. I don't know, I think it was one of you. I know it was on Twitch. That this little trick of putting the data table on the left, something like this, and this like this, so it's quite easy to see the abilities and what they create, and what they are made of, and the different attributes. So because I don't want to fill this with different with hundreds of floats and parameters, I was thinking a system where, depending on what kind of weapon you are using, means one thing or the other. One very simple example is this one that is bad name. Imagine here says speed. So if this is a melee, is the speed of your attacks, but if it's a gun, is the fire rate. So basically I don't need to create two variables, one for each thing. Like for example, in the short distance, long distance, this is for range weapons, for guns and rifles. This could mean damage from the back and damage from the front. For example, the guns don't have different damage if you attack from the front, from the side, or from the back, but the melee has different damage if you attack from the back. So what I use here as a long distance, short distance, different damages for a gun, this can be used for back damage and front damage. So I can recycle floats that I'm gonna call later in the abilities, in order to don't overpopulate this with hundreds of variables, because every single gun, the differences between a rifle and a sword are quite obvious, but I can smartly design this in a way that I don't need to create thousands of them. And that's the way I'm gonna go. But some of them are shared, like the energy cost is shared. The check multiplier, which is a visual effect, is shared. The base damage is completely shared. A spread, for example, is not shared. Precision is not shared. Shield penetration is shared. And the combos montage is not shared, because this is unique for the sword. So I'm gonna do a very quick new sword just to test this. I'm gonna duplicate this, and this is gonna be, let's call this bio long sword. I also noticed that the order of this is how it's gonna be represented. So I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna keep everything as it is, but I'm gonna make the speed a little bit slower. And now for the sword, I'm gonna create a child of this. And this child here, I'm gonna make this sword a little bit bigger just to see if this works as expected. Again, to test, I don't have the materials yet, I'm just bastardizing everything. I'm gonna make this with other color, like this, for example. And now let's say the cost is gonna be more expensive, and it's a biohacks, let's say 4, and the base damage, let's say 1, the speed 0.8, and the range a little bit bigger, let's say 95, 80. This is basically the hit collision, how far they go. If I'm not missing anything, a part of this master, this is gonna be the long sword, which is gonna look horrible, I can tell you that. So the speed is slower, short distance damage, this is not yet used, I will use it at some point, but it's not yet there. So now, for example, if I go here, let's say I'm gonna buy the knife. So I got the knife, which is the same mesh, but I got this guy working. No worries about the spheres, there are more than the ones you can see there. And now if I go here, I go to melee, and I buy the biosword, which is this one. And this comes with shield, which is already quite long. So now if I go here and I go to melee, I'm gonna buy the bio long sword, which is this one, which is horrible. Like I want to kill myself, but yeah, it's working, and also slower. It's horrible design and horrible everything. It's a lot of visual damage. But yeah, that's the point, that now I can make abilities way faster. Oh wow, thank you, Abdul. Oh, thank you so much for all your kind comments. The alpha close that we are going to do in October is completely dependent on Unreal Engine 5.1, and this is because there is a critical bug fix which is related with the multiplayer part of the game. So yeah, I can show you what is the deal. Basically, Unreal 5.1 is server travel fix. Let's see if I find it, but I think it's this one. Basically, server travel is broken. Yeah, this is the guy. Let's see if people talk, by the way. Hello, hi, so I had some problem when cooking project. In my case, the problem was having maps added in project configuration. This is not a problem. No, this is not a problem. The problem basically is this one, that is already fixed, but the target fix is 5.1. So until this is not released in 5.1, I can't do the alpha, the closed alpha, because I need to do server travel without seamless. I don't want to use seamless travel, it's quite dodgy. So basically this system is what provides me to regenerate the entire procedural level after you die. Right now crashes or disconnects. This is a problem. So yeah, I bought it already. This and I think it's not the top of who the fuck cares about the advanced vehicle project? I mean, why so much votes on a template? This is what, sorry, with all the respect, but this is what pissed me off. Like, why is so much priority in a template and not in real critical things? Point and spotlight no longer work with orthographic projection mode. That's alright. So foliage instances measures don't affect. This is an important one. I did a way around to solve this, which is moving the meshes after generated, and that recalculates the navigation mesh for the AI. But it is true that it's broken as well. So yeah, something to keep in mind. Cable components, I don't care about the cable component. Who uses the cable component? Sorry, I've been like quite rude. Maybe someone has an amazing game with cable component, but it's a gimmick. It's a cable. Cool. You can do that as well with chaos or with chaos cloth or physics. MP4, okay, I'm gonna accept that. Curl noise, values on water, body actors. Alright, I guess. Expand array of structures collapse when okay. Okay, this starts to be this is one of them relevant. Server travel not working, so I'm glad that this at least is in the third page and people voted this, thank God. But it's not the critical one, because the critical one here, unresolved. The critical is not that in the pie or in the editor something doesn't work, because if it works in the pack game, okay, whatever. The critical to me is this, because this happens on a pack game. So finally fixed in 5.1. Anyway, that's why we need to push the beta, the alpha, until we got this feature fixed, because otherwise it's gonna crash. To be plain, it's gonna crash or disconnect with the host, which is not nice. And even if it's a beta, and obviously beta, if it's an alpha, it's not nice, and I want to do something that at least is playable and makes completely sense for everyone. So that's why I decided to push that until we got that done. Now, for today, most likely, I'm gonna do a little bit of extra motion capture. If I find our, hey, yo, I see some activity there. Hey Richard, thank you for subscribing. Okay, so let's see, we got a tackle. This is the hit reactions I did for the guns, but it's already retargeted. Epic landings, what the fuck. DNA use, the DNA use, nah, I don't need this one. Ancestor idols are cool. Random. Surprise running attack. I'm gonna start checking this. This is super long. I'm wondering why. Because I tried 200 movements. Okay, so basically don't worry about the shitty motion, this will be enhanced. These two are cool, this one as well. But quite slow in the... So let me see what is in the fourth version very quickly. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting one. I was more like practicing here. No. Let's go with this one, and let's see what I got. This one is, yeah, this one is energetic, and then I can exaggerate that a bit. Again, I use motion capture just as a starting point, not as a ending point. No, this one is cool as well. What pissed me off, if I check the heap, is the little slowdown that I make there. Because that's enough you to escape, and I don't want you to escape. So, yeah, this one is has more flow, but I don't like the arm. This one, no. Is either this one. This one is interesting. Because I can always, in this jump I do there, I can always animate this in the air. This is perfect to read it, because this jump there, I can put this feet here, I can make it to land here. So already gains all the space there. Let's use this as a base. So we got this. And we are gonna run this in fast motion for sure. I'm gonna just check just for sanity these other two. Ooh. Oh. Oh. The problem is the run is less. But I have the mini jump as well, which is very useful. And I like that I changed the entire hip direction. So it's actually, if I start here, yeah, it's a lot of space. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for this one, unless I'm surprised on here. That's me warming up. This one is also interesting. But there is an because I do this from the arm from the back, there is a slow down there. Stop, you see, and then boom. So let's begin with this one, I believe. Dude, I'm not sure. No. Fuck it. Let's do this. Nah, let's do this, yeah. Because I really like the run. Let's do that. So let's take this. Oh, I need to put the stupid. Okay, so it's not even solve as HD. I'm not in Animate Pro. I need to put the CD USB. I hope that works. Doesn't look like reacting. Let me try here. Okay, here is reacting. Okay, so surprise attack version 3 got you. I don't want to save you. So let's open Extents. Hello, Sleepy Mushroom. How are you? Sleepy or not sleepy? Okay, so okay, now it's Animate Pro. Surprise attack V3. And we decided yeah, this one. So let's wait to process this data and then we export it. In the meantime, I can open Houdini. I was doing mountains to test different features in the procedural level generation. They are low poly, but they offer enough volume to put rocks on top, because that's what I do in the system. Usually you don't even walk on top of this. This is more like the base to build the mountain with rocks on top. So let's open KineFX3. Here I need to save this. All right. So this was the last word for the sphere. And now we are gonna jump to the ancestor. So the ancestor, I got a lot of, I'm gonna put here the MEM, because otherwise, the ancestor is this one. This for the idol. I don't know if this is because he's tall or the grid is, but yeah, let's put the grid a bit lower because I know this is correct. Yeah, they twitch and they do like crazy. They open the and this was quite important to have an idol that looks threatening, like looks a real danger. Not this in the computer, but it was quite relevant to get this, to get inside the character until you get the idea of feeling really confident. I didn't want to do like a combat idol. I really want to have the guy just looking at you, breathing. This is fast motion, but yeah, you can get the idea. And there was even more variations that I removed, I think. And also that has a little bit of feel of alien. you need always to exaggerate the breathing for a game because you are moving so much that it's important to always get these things right. Also because they are like 3 meters, from 2 meters to 3 meters, at least the base class, you are always seeing the entire body on top of you. So composition wise, it's quite feeling the frame as a film. If I make these guys with the same height and Demian, things feel a bit weird. You can take inspiration from the Dark Souls saga about that, how the characters are always bigger, because this proportion feels more natural for combat and is this height, so pretty big. Okay, so we should have this. Okay, it's yet okay, and we need to wait until this is completely green. It's taking time. Why is it taking so much time? Oh, because it's a very long clip, right? Okay, I see. We need to wait. What else I wanted to do? The motion capture. Well, in the meantime, I can find other clips that I wanted to add. I got the surprise, I got the wall race. I think I did. Here in random, I'm very curious what the fuck I recorded. Okay, maybe Untitled. I see. I always record a take of random because sometimes, I would like to have an idle of walking and things like that, you know, like different styles. That you never know when you are gonna need, like, what if, you know, when they are getting something from the floor, I do a new animation rather than putting them in combat. Like they are aware of that and they just run from there or something. So I'm always covering my back, even with animation that is not in the spreadsheet. Oh man, come on, dude. Oh, cool. Okay. So that's done, I guess. So which one was the winner? Not this? Okay, so I got 3 candidates. I got more than 3 candidates. This one I don't like the run. This one I like more the run, but less the attack. Could be this one, eh? No worries if now looks blank, because that's the magic of motion editing, you will see what I mean. Because this looks slow, looks bland, looks not dangerous. Basically it's me in the living room, so of course it doesn't look dangerous. This one, attack is more interesting, I believe. Nah. man, I'm very doubtful about this one. No, okay, this one discarded. The attack looks stupid. No. No. What the hell, man? Yeah, this one. This one, but I need to reanimate that part. Okay, yeah, let's take this. From here. From here. To there, so then we do the blind shape. So now yes, export selection, surprise, blah blah, export, do. So now here in file 3, if I go here, I can import this. Now I'm gonna need to do some magic here. Because I already see problems. Let's start with let's start with the full body IK. Let's don't make any pin. Okay, we got a problem with hyperextension of elbow, but that could come from other place. Doesn't look like it's coming from other place, so it's coming from the match pose here. Interesting. Also, another option is to take this and transform it a bit. Hey, thank you for following. Stay love. Stay love. Stay love. R. How are you? Okay, so yeah, I'm just scaling this. A bit more. While the scale of the character is the same, it's a trick to even make him to travel more with retargeting, but also to make a more stylized position. I can go even, you know, like something crazy like this. But obviously at that moment things become more silly, so you can go around 8.8 and it's still grounded, I believe. Hey, thank you so much for your words. Stay love. Sorry, I'm not gonna be able to do that, but thank you so much. So yeah, this starts to be valid. To me, the important thing. Okay, so this is horrible right now. Okay, everything looks bad, cheesy in general. So we need to do a couple of adjustments. Just to imagine, before jumping into motion editing, to imagine how this could work, what I can do is to go here. Let me see if I'm missing something. All right, and I can do a time warp. And I want to do this by speed. So I'm gonna create a first keyframe there, and this is gonna be at 1.2 of speed, meaning that this beginning starts. Let's go even harder, and let's make sure that we are playing, maintain real-time playback, skip frames if needed. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's make it even 1.3, like so. Yeah, exactly. Let's make the range 1000. So in the moment he does that here, in this fly, I'm gonna put here already 1.2, and in the moment he flies, I don't want to speed up, I want to put the normal speed. So the run is fast and the attack is slower. So let's zoom in here because I can't see too much. So I can even push this even more. So here what I can do in this speed up, I can say no, just go even less. So it's more time in the air. And once he touches the floor, he goes back to us something fast. So this is the timing you got to react basically. So now it starts to have more shape in the attack. I think I'm gonna start this even earlier. I'm gonna make this really fast. I don't want to slow down, I want to speed up. I'm gonna keep it. And maybe here. I'm just trying to find the sweet spot where the energy stays there. Hey Morcillo, how are you? Hi all. Okay, so let's see the momentum. Boom. Yeah. Starts to work a bit better. And the reason I slow down this is because now you can say, oh, but it looks like floating. You see, it looks like something is stopping him. Perfect. Because now is when we can compensate that with more motion. So when this happens here, I'm gonna make a new rig pose. I'm gonna take the root and I'm gonna do exactly what you are imagining I'm gonna do. Maybe. I can't be in your head, but we are gonna push this. This is a lot, but that's the plan. So now we need to be very smooth with this. So we're gonna separate these two guys, and we're gonna go to the animation editor, and this is our friend. It's already easy in, easy out. That's great, actually. I just want to weight this a bit more. Like so. That's working better. You see, when you animate, at some point you don't even need to see the viewer. You know how the curves work. And as you can see now, the energy is kept in the air and doesn't feel unnatural. And there is power in the heat. And now we will make the pose. Hey, thank you so much, Rana. Great to see you back. Game looks better and better with every click on your updates. Thank you so much. I got a new devlog that most likely I'm gonna publish tomorrow on the YouTube channel, on the Discord channel, which is the 0.3.5 and includes all the breakdowns of the new ragdoll and death system, the procedural generated worlds, the new ability system that includes all the different abilities in data tables, the jumping system that I can show you now, that basically the AI is able to chase you to any part of the level, and other things I forgot. Is a big one. It's it's bigger than the previous build of 3.1. This guy is big, so big update. In fact, the latest video about the ragdolls is a tiny part of that video. So yeah, I'm very excited in the situation we are right now, because the multiplayer is working, we are having fun. Sometimes we are playing other games, and we want to go back to CRETE, but the problem is CRETE is small right now in terms of gameplay. But we are liking the combat, and we are liking the feeling of being in danger constantly. We just need to design more enemies. We have 2 models of enemies coming soon, more ancestors, more weapons, the shield that is partially done. We need to put the materials and texture it, but the mechanics is done. So yeah, many new updates, and one very important one, which is part of the loop, is the laboratories, where you can start building your own weapons procedurally, and that is what you are gonna find inside these houses. These houses now, they are just placeholders. These guys here, we will close this with different fibers and membranes, and inside, rather than just eggs or things like that, what you will find is potential, not always. Some of them will have laboratories with, wires and things connected to the asset, where you can build your weapons, you can make your clones of yourself just in case you die, you can send your DNA to your base camp, and you can do different things. You can basically steal the technology of the ancestors for your own combat skills. But right now there is nothing. Also, we are starting to use chaos for some of the flags there. It looks really cool in the levels, in the full levels, because you can feel the scale of the tile right now. Before was a little bit more empty, but now if you start filling the sky with this kind of things, it looks more interesting, I believe. So this is a procedural generation, and then at some point you see this kind of structure there. I will start the grass. Yeah, and I think this starts to build up the world as something as a big scale as the ancestors, because we need to keep that in mind, that the ancestors are quite tall, These are only the entry pieces. There are some bosses that they are titans basically, so we need to build a big world, and also keeping the procedural rules are directed. So that is what really matters, not just having procedural worlds, but having art direction in the procedural worlds. So you see, you can have this kind of scenarios where you have interesting layouts. At the same time, has level design, which means there is patterns of labyrinths, caves, center areas, settlements. The trees are strange, I have to say. There are some little forests here, but I need to fix how the trees are spread, because now I see little trees. Let me try again. Actually, I can try with Alpi. Oh, why not? Why you complain? You don't like it? Why not? Okay. Yeah, the trees have a weird behavior. I need to check that. Also, yesterday I was playing a lot with the lighting. Now we got two options, which is lumen and without lumen. And funny enough, without lumen in many cases looks better. I just cheated a lot with the skylight. But what do you think? Do you think this is better lighting or this is better lighting? This, no global illumination. This, global illumination. No global illumination, global illumination. It is completely up to you, but it is true that so let me just go to an area that maybe, well, something, I think here is okay. So this is with global illumination and this is without global illumination. Look the grass, for example. No global illumination. Global illumination. I believe it looks better without global illumination, because I am still using a skylight with some tricks to avoid shadows. So it looks, I think, more constant. The only thing here, for example, this in global illumination we have a very dark area, which can be interesting, but I believe without global illumination is working nicely, and also brings me a lot of FPS. So this is now 65 FPS, which means without OBS is 75 FPS, which means in a packed games could be around 90 FPS to 100 FPS in a full world full of foliage, enemies, and a lot of stuff going on. So I believe, yeah, the lumen thing is great, but I think it's not gonna fit actually as expected. It's a bit dark maybe now, but I can always tweak that in different ways. It just depends. Look, I can show you, hey Abdal, I can show you, thank you so much for those words, because actually you look like you are sneaked in my computer. Let me show you something, because it's funny. It's a little bit of part of the script of the new devlog that I'm making for the game, and you just mentioned something that is quite relevant to me, which is the kit bashing factor, which again, in the very beginning we got kit bashing, but the idea is just having as placeholders. What is it? Oh, I need to sign in. Fuck it. Okay, this one, I found it. Let me just zoom in because I don't want to spoil you the entire video. Here. Quixel Megascans assets are being replaced in order to offer a more intuitive level design, where you can have spacious combats or explore dangerous caves. No random kit bashing and slowly building the different biomes following specific themes. Basically, yes, even if we still have some Megascans in the grass or some rocks here and there, we are starting to replace. The big rocks that you can see around are completely made from scratch. All these rocks are sculpted. So yeah, no more. And the reason they are sculpted is obvious. You can make caves, you can make bridges, you can make little arenas for combat. You know, a little bit of platform feeling overall. So that's why kit bashing here is hard, I believe. I do like this style more, man. I really like without global illumination. But maybe it's just me, I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, placeholders are part of, it's needed because you need to get your head around how it's looking. So yeah, I use placeholders all the time. I have animations that they are yet placeholders, but that's what I'm doing now, replacing placeholders and bringing more action to the characters and more options. The reason of this attack is because sometimes people want to run away. I want to make them have a hard time trying to escape. I want the combat to feel that the only way is forward and trying to risk, because they're gonna try in a specific distance. As you can see, this is 5 meters, this is 10 meters in 3 seconds. Basically you are gonna be running here and he got you already. It doesn't matter how far you are going. I can even calculate the speed to see if it's gonna catch you, but I know it's gonna catch you. We will see this right now. Actually, look, a good thing is, okay, so we got the first jump here, which we can even overextend a bit more. Hey, I always confuse about this stupid Houdini graph editor is sometimes up. Okay, there we go. And make this a little bit like this. You know, I can't even am I right or I'm freaking? Wait. Okay, no, I'm good. Yeah. It's a crazy jump. So actually what I want to do is here I want to do another push. So this push, let me see if I can visualize this. It's gonna be again far on time. I need to break this, but I don't know how to break this. Maybe this. Joder, what the fuck? This is a break, no? Clear channel, no. Can I break this, please? How can I break this? Handles, break handle, something. Man, tangent handles. No. Where to break this? Where to break the handles? No. I want to break the handle. Come on, man. Why so complicated? Snap tile. Invert handle selection. No. No. Okay, let me see. Houdini break handles. I don't find anything. This is not handles, man. They need to catch up with animation. That's the only problem in Houdini, huh? The animation. How I break this? Wait. Here. Come on, man. This is visualizer only. Oh, it's not this exactly, but I'm gonna use it. Yeah, that's cool. So it just not only just one jump. He also uses energy for this second one, which is exactly what I wanted. So now we got a lot of space cover there. Yeah, that's perfect. And I feel the energy. Alright, that's good. Yeah, global illumination with looming is expensive, yeah. Yeah, they are working optimizations, but if you can avoid it, and yes, of course, NVIDIA, you can also do upres. Right now, there is a 50% of 150% of upres. So that's what provides 100 FPS, and that's great. Many good things are coming. That's completely true. What I don't want to do is to rely and to wait for the fixes and for the updates, because then you never develop a game, you never make a movie, you never create anything, because you are waiting for things. The only thing I'm waiting is for the close alpha for the fix we need in the server travel. But for optimizations, I just prefer to go in my own way, optimize the skylight, do a fake global illumination, and having a really smooth experience. Because you never know. If you rely in very cutting edge technology, you never know what could happen in the future. So I'm always trying to keep a balance. I'm gonna include lumen in CRETE, yes. I'm gonna have an option where you don't need lumen as well. So I need to cover my back. Because lumen also fails, for example, in small corners, caves, you know, self-illumination sometimes is dangerous. Alright, so we got this. Yeah, we got this done, man. Now let's do a couple of checks. The first one is gonna be to I think this is correct. Yeah, this is minus y. Now let's correct this one. Let's put this guy starting just there. And we might need to rotate him a bit. Yeah. Alright. Just trying to make his 10 meters in a kind of a straight line, because later I can use the root motion of the character to rotate the character. I don't need a rotation. This one, I think, are fingers. I don't know what is this. Yeah, I think we are almost done. I'm not gonna do plants because it happens so fast that it doesn't matter. The sliding or things like that, that's pretty okay. What really matters is to have this fast and having the poses. Then we will do the morphers for the face. And also I want to do here a final rig pose right there. And I want to do auto key here for every single one I select. How? I guess. Okay. I want to see how much I can push a potential spin there. Let's see, I'm not convinced yet, eh? I'm just trying to imagine things, but that's not working. That's not working. What if what if we put this here? I'm trying to make something different, but I'm not completely sure yet. Maybe works. Hey, thank you for subscribing, Lemos Money. Alright, so we got this here. Let's play with the clavicle. Clavicle are so important to make the weight. Let's make the maximum for that second there. Let's keep it there as much as we can, even if we are breaking the thing, doesn't matter, it's a fraction of a second. And now let's overextend everything back. Okay, that gains weight. The problem, I don't know if it's natural. But definitely it's stronger than, if you remember, this is the motion capture. This is the motion capture. Or this one, I don't remember, one of the two. Like clumsy, you know. And now it gains strength. It is true that here we want to do some extra adjustments. So let's start with this. Let's make this here. And let's go for the overextension. Here. Hey Juan Torres Gil, yeah, I'm having a blast. Motion editing. The thing is, something fails in this rotation. I'm gonna fix it with the clavicle. Yeah. Basically, and then fails again there. First shoulder, then arm. It's like broken, then the arm is like broken. And as crazy as this can sound, I think this guy needs to go even backwards. And also, maybe not this backwards. I think it's all about the delivery. I know it's broken, the geometry, I don't care. So what I can do is to blend. Oh. What? No. What is the name? KineFX. Is blend, no? Attach agent ports. Port difference, parent joints, origin joints, motion clip, no. Mockup, joint capture, IK, FK transfer could be. But this one doesn't have a... Oh yeah. Yeah. This is the one. I think so. Yeah. The two different poses. So let me see if now I don't do anything here. I animate just a bit this one. And I end up with this. So now I have just a touch of the animation. Yeah, that's better. I mean, you know that also KineFX has jiggle effects and stuff like that that I could try, but I don't know how they are gonna look. What is the name? KineFX attribute character of animate configure delete joints. No. FBO full body IK joint capture joint. Mockup. Motion clip no. Visualize rig, stabilize joint, skeleton mirror, skeleton blend, skeleton secondary motion. So, for example, I can take these guys here. Oh wow. Let's take now this one. Okay. Jiggle. Damn. Spring. Oh man. It happens so fast that it just... Let's reduce the effect. I mean, if you are careful, you could use it. What if I reduce them, if I put a lot of mass? What? That's kind of interesting. Oh, that's... I like the swing in there. I kind of like the swing there. Whoa, stop scaring me. So what if, for example, I put this as 0, 1? And when does this, I put this as 0, 5. Okay, the problem is struggling. But I think I like these tiny corrections there. What if I take all this? Oh no! I kind of like it, a bit. I can see the results. I know there is a bake button or something. Yeah, it's natural. Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna export it and check it directly. So let's do that. Let's export it. I feel quite ready. From 21 to 160. All right, time to check. I think it gains with that kind of little spring. Now I will see it better in 60 FPS properly. Now what is the save? Okay, so volume create. Assets. Let's go to create characters, ancestors, animation, attacks, and then let's put mockup process. Let's put this to an whatever. All right. Yeah, I like it. And now, okay, let me just change to this guy maybe. This one. Crash? No? No. to this one. It's okay. It's a bit bright, but actually, okay. Let's. This one is. No. This one. So, in curves, I have the mouth angry one. So I can make a curve here, and when it's about to attack, it's very bad, but we will replace it. Okay. And also, if I really want, I can add a new curve here, which is the open core. And I can open the core maybe like a bit of aggressiveness there and be braid a bit. And here it should be already close. Yeah, a bit of a spike there. This should be close. Here we can do a little bit of these vibrations. Like so. And then down, down, down. Something like that. We need to make the rib cage and all the stuff inside the body. It's not yet done, but it will be soon to make it even more interesting. Right now it's a very shy and silly sphere, which is the core that you steal from them, but we can make this better, for sure. Hey Shadows, how are you? Okay, so we got this done. Now, we want to do a couple of things here. The first is to review animation, because I want to replicate the same effect on this. This is animation that uses root motion. But I see that I'm not using here that. All right. So forget what I said, I don't need it. Let's go to the crazy. And let's create a montage here. And in this montage, Well, first of all, we need to add the root motion because we need to do the attack with root motion. So let's go here and let's open the animation. Now that we got animation and everything, we add the root motion in the asset details down here. So now all is root motion. Okay, that's correct. Now, what I want to do now is to go to the ability of the attack, which is characters, ancestors, abilities, and I want to take the close attack and replace temporary all the potential attacks by this, only this animation, which is this. So I'm gonna make a pin here, and here I'm gonna put surprise attack, blah blah blah. Okay, now let's save everything. Now to test this, what I'm gonna go is to go to the BT behavior tree, ancestors, enemy, and I got this useful thing that is just to make an attack. In this case, I make any ability fast. I'm gonna go here to the close attack, meaning that the AI is gonna do nothing but randomly doing this animation and again and again. So I can guess how it's gonna look, how it's gonna work, how it's gonna feel, do adjustments, see if I'm wrong, if I'm right, if I'm on the way of getting right, in the way of getting wrong. So I always do this, like testing very quickly how everything works. Okay, so far something is very wrong, and this is because, yeah, let's do something here. Let's copy and paste this, and let's put this here and on completed and ability. This is because the speed of the animation and other stuff is depending on on different factors like the rate and the scale, so everything looks crazy. Let's see now. Yeah. They still don't chase me because I didn't activate something very important. They are now like wild animals, like horses, running with no purpose more than living in the fields. So let's make them a more human purpose, right? So to do that, I have two options, but I'm gonna try to be the more montage centric. So I'm gonna go to the montage here, and I got a class that helps me to allow motion rotation in the root. What I don't know if it's gonna work because it's been a while without using it, but it's the movement logic AI. So while this is on, I want to allow physics rotation, and I want to put around 150. Hey Alvaro, where did you learn about blueprints? That's a great question because I was completely by my own. I think the answer is from Houdini. I've been working with Houdini in VFX for a long time. That the transition to Unreal, it was not that hard. It was like a logical step. If you've been using Houdini and you get used with Vex or Node and things like that, Unreal blueprints is quite intuitive. So I found blueprints a little bit intuitive from the beginning, and this started in 2017. Hey, thank you, man. You know me very well. So yeah, it's being a little bit by the hard way, which is overtiming and working a lot in VFX and trying to do my own stuff. Yes, of course, I watched some tutorials in the very beginning, but very soon, after, I don't know, 2-3 months doing a couple of, you know, this kind of Udemy or Skillshare or whatever courses, I started to notice that some of the things they were taught, they were not exactly correct. Not because I knew Unreal, it's because I know logic inside software development, or you know, 3D visualization, shaders, you know, render engines, etc., etc. So there was some kind of bad practices, and it's like, okay, if I really want to learn, I need to do something by my own. I started to build small games. But also what I did is to, very early in VFX, I started to implement Unreal Engine in companies. ILM, we tried, it was very early, this was before Mandalorian, and DNEG, I was able to do it because there was a lot of momentum with the Matrix 4. And that also, you know, for virtual production, you need some kind of blueprint knowledge, so it also pushed me to learn more blueprints. And then CRETE is being the learner. CRETE has been like a learning project, I'm not gonna lie. But I at least I got like the safety net of having really good people around. I got Jailborn, which is the C++ back end. I mean, calling myself C++ programmer is a stretch, I'm not gonna lie. I think I can program basic classes and do my own little things, but I not consider myself, I wouldn't apply never for a C++ role in a company, never, not now. I can do this for CRETE because I know what I'm doing with CRETE, but not for software development or things like that, so no. But I got also people around that if I need a hand, like, hey Jay, you know what is going on with the reference, I have an infinite loop, whatever is more technical, or even for, once you are used to blueprints, the beauty is that it's all about how you want to make it clean or efficient. So yeah, that's the stage we are now. No, man, no, thank you for that, but really, it's just I'm lucky enough to be able to dedicate a lot of time in the project, and that's what makes me to learn a lot of things. But anyone can do this, no problem at all. It's just, again, I just invested a lot of time in my projects, and that is what is making me now have more freedom. But anyone can do this. There is no like anything special. It's just time and dedication. There is nothing else. In fact, I think I'm fucking dumb in many cases. So it's just iteration. Okay, so let's see these guys. Okay, now, yes. Now they rotate and they chase. Funny guys. Okay, we have different problems here. One of them, the rotation is very slow. Another thing that bothers me is that he can't hit me because he's quite tall. So we need to think about that a bit. I'm gonna start from Houdini, doing a little tiny fix, just a fix. Knowing that this guy is I'm very small, I could use full body AK for this, but I'm lazy and I'm not gonna do it. So what I'm gonna do instead is to add a new rig pose. Actually, I can use this here. I'm gonna deactivate this temporary, and this rig pose is gonna be basically to it's complicated, It's complicated. So how we want to hit? The problem is why you are so small, right? I'm just trying to imagine. Actually, that's cool. Because from here to here there is already this difference. And let me just I like this. So what I can do now is, again, this is the impact point. This is the moment where we want to have all the keys. And here we can put this back to 0. Maybe we can do this even progressing slower. Yeah. And then here we want to put this back to 0. And with the trick, oh my god, that's too much now. Too much craziness there. I think maybe I just stretched too much this. Let's say minus 15 here, minus 30 here, minus 7 here. I think I start to don't like it, this stupid thing. I think it's better like this. Okay, yeah. And it's hitting from a small point there, which I'm here. So it can hit me now. Alright, we can call this more or less done. I'm gonna export again here. So let's export the frame range. Where is it? I think I exported. Exported? Where is it? What? That's it? Okay. The sad news, I don't know why I animated all this, is that I'm gonna lose the morph targets most likely. So what I can try to do, but I don't know if it's gonna work, I think it's not gonna work, but I can try, is to copy this and list this, then import animation. Oh wow, fuck yeah. It works. Nice. So now they are a little bit smaller. They attack a bit lower. That's the first thing. The second thing is, in the montage, I want to offer him more rotation and more speed in the rotation. And maybe I even consider to scale the rig motion. Yeah, this can hit me perfectly. What I want to see is, yeah. The entire point is that they are able to reach me when I'm running normal. And of course, after a certain point, they can't. But I think this will work. You know, you're fighting, you are trying to go back, and boom, you got this crazy attack there. Okay, so let's make this more interesting. I'm gonna start to put the normal AI, and now we got something to consider here. So in the close attack, this is the one that runs normal. We want to create a branch here, and this branch is gonna go here and here. That is correct. So we can connect this here again. Now, this is the complicated part. So we got all this. Oh my god, I forgot this. Oh shit. Okay, I see. I see. Okay, so now if the animation is interrupted or cancelled and stability, I can make this and not being able to cancel, maybe. We'll see. And the boolean that is gonna decide if attack with normal melees or with this one is gonna be the distance of the player. The different options, but I think distance can be an interesting one. So this attack on melee happens when where the hell is the when I'm less than 350. This is not correct. So I'm starting to think that I need to do a completely new ability. But I'm lazy to do that. I need to think. Is it better to separate this melee attack and leave the logic in the behavior tree, or include all melee attacks inside one class but defining the logic inside the class and not in the behavior tree? What is going to offer me more control in the future? I think in the behavior tree, but it's a lot of work to make here. I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this, but I'm gonna do this in a very cheap and lazy way, which is gonna be to duplicate, not even do a child, because I don't want to take care of promoting variables. No, I want to leave this as it was before, like so, and take this. No, that's it. That's it. And now what I'm gonna do is to duplicate this. I'm gonna call this ancestor mid-range attack. So we got careful with this because careful with this. This is the close attack. And this is the mid-range attack. I don't know if I want to do it in this way. Yeah, I need to do it in this way. Yeah, I need to do it in this way because this is very special. This is when the AI is chasing and things like that. So this is the mid-range one. Mid-range attack, like so. Correct. We compile, we save. And now in this one, we need different tags. So we delete this and we delete this and we call this AI mid-range. And we copy this and we paste this. We need to think later. I want to also block mid-range. And now here we delete this, we delete this, and we delete this, and we add a surprise motherfucker. There we go. That is correct so far. Now we need to go to the ancestors, to the parent class, ancestors here, and in the game ability system we need to grant a new ability, which is gonna be, as you can imagine, the mid-range ability. And if I'm not wrong, that should be it. Before testing with the proper brain of the AI, let's test with the dumb AI. And let's make this ability mid-range. They look that they are doing it. So that are good news. So now the next step is going to the, well, there are different steps. There are many steps yet to do. But let's start, for example, on the montage. Let's go to close attack A. And we are gonna copy, we don't need this anymore. We are gonna copy this. And now let's go to the surprise attack. Let's make some tracks. And let's paste this around here, more or less. And we can add some crazy steps. Let's start with this one, which is left. Right, sorry. I don't remember now. Yeah. One here. Another. Oh no. Oh, I'm so stupid. For the steps ancestors. Okay, one here. One. Two. Now let's make foot L there. I want to make a crescendo of the noise. Something like that. I really pasted this on the spot. That's perfect. So again, before testing anything else, okay, let's see what is going on there. Let's put only one. I don't know if they are hitting themselves. They are not hitting me. Let's try to use this. Oh, I know why, okay. I know why. Now I need to remember how I made this system to decide. Oh, I see. Yeah, I made different sockets. So this is surprise attack. This is generic, but it should be something That's odd. Let me see one thing. That's odd. Wait. Oh, it's the left hand. Okay, I'm attacking with the left hand, not with the right hand. Okay, I'm gonna have a 2 minutes break and going back. Hey, Morango, sorry. My bad, I was not reading the Twitch. How are you? What does mean the redeem highlight my message? I use the BT task and run the finish event outside the task. I run the finish event inside the task as well. I do that in both sides. I call an attack event on the character. I pass a reference to the task, to the character. I use the montage to run the finish execute node or the task, which allows the BT to still control flow. Yeah, I do the same here. Similar, not in the character blueprint, but in the here. So we got this task here, which basically fires the ability, gets the reference of the ability, and bind on ability ended, then becomes finish execute and controls the flow. Now, yeah, what I was thinking is about when to split an ability in two parts or in just one, for example, for melee attacks. The reason of that is depending on, I think the entire thing is to the level of a choice. When something becomes more like a tactical choice, that should be more in the behavior tree. But it's when it's something, let's say, variations of an attack, you really don't need to do a massive behavior tree or subclasses of abilities. It doesn't have a gas dispatcher. This is from the gas companion classes. You know gas companion? It has really useful exposed classes, so I think it's 20 quid or 30 or something like that, and you have a new bunch of classes exposed and written, like listeners, binding events and things like that. Maybe there is, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's vanilla. Bind event. Yeah, it's gas companion. So very useful. Yeah. So that's why I took the companion, because it agnostic to any gameplay, is agnostic to any kind of game you are building. It just exposes these very harmful buying events, notifiers, and listening to attributes and things, connection with the UI. The new anim instance, for example, I guess you are using this as well, utilizing the anim instance mapping tags on the animation blueprint, which is really helpful. To me, it's like a winner to prototype animations and things like that. Where the hell? I need to find him. I guess it's on mesh. Of course it's on mesh. So basically here you can map booleans to tags. So I just replicate the tags as booleans, and that is what drives my flow in the different blend spaces and state machines, etc. And this is really helpful. And it's using the native animation instance, which is part of Gas Companion, which is also in vanilla. I think it's implemented in the last version, but it's really useful. You got it, eh? I think Gas has that by default. And the only thing you need to implement to initialize it in C++ in the animation blueprint and make it child of the native animation instance that is a class on Game Ability System. It's one of the, obviously a part of the beauties of Gas for game design and multiplayer and network and all the goodies. This is a very interesting one because you know how much pain, right? It is just to pass animation states, to replicate this, to having a fucking mess of enums and stuff to different states, while you can actually use Gas inside the animation blueprint, replicating the booleans and mapping them automatically. You don't need to do anything at all. I have this guard, and this guard most likely it is mapped here. So that's my guess. Guard, the first one. It was one of the first one I did. Equip gun, aiming, hitting, stealth, right hand equipped, things like that, you know. Very useful. Hey, thank you for following XS54TI. I'm gonna have a 2 minutes break. I'm gonna fix the right hand problem with the collision. Yes, I have to build many blueprint interfaces to make my systems. I know, man. It's always like I'm building systems on my way, on my needs, rather than I know other people, and maybe that's smarter. They build the systems first and they start to design later. I'm designing first, and that pushes me to build the systems, which sometimes means to refactor the design that is already done, because you are making the system afterwards that is going to be cleaner, so you need to refactor all the child classes or whatever you are doing with systems. So I build systems as I need, and then I clean retrospectively the code backwards. That's why 90% of the code you see is this fucking chaos. And by the end of every month, what I'm trying to do is to, gather all the classes and say, okay, I think we are in a good state to call this a system. And then I start to clean the classes, the child classes, and building a proper system that can provide me a long-term game design without dealing anymore with that. Of course, I think everyone does refactors, and even more when you are indie, right? Because you have a R&D team behind you doing the back end of the code and all the stuff. You can just relax and do game design. But we are all the time, and even with Game Ability System, experimenting. We don't have all the answers. We don't have a template for another Assassin's Creed. We don't have the template of Uncharted. We don't have the templates that they use in many AAA companies. Well, it's almost like a copy-paste, code-wise. So we need to find our way, and that means refactoring constantly, because we discover there is a better way of doing something, and it's like, fuck, let's do it. Let's refactor this shit. Anyway, I'm gonna have a 2 minutes break, and I'm gonna be back to fix the stupid hand that is not colliding, is not creating damage. See you in a bit. Alright. By the way, Morango, if you're still there, what was your game? I think I saw it, or you put a video like 1 year ago. I'm very curious. You have something you can show? Oh yeah, you're welcome, man. Okay. There's a guy that put a video on Twitch about 1 year ago in one of my sessions, and I'm trying to know what is the alias on Twitch. It was a shooter. What was the name? Shooter with robots, quite arcade, using Unreal. He does devlogs. Like, it was only one word. Infection, or I can't remember. It was about robots. First person shooter, robots, Unreal Engine. I don't know how I'm gonna find something here, to be honest. But what was the name? I think I wishlisted, maybe. It was on Steam. Yeah, if anyone knows about with the description, mine was the Dragon Shooter. Oh, Dragon Shooter, that looks amazing. You saw this other developer that is doing this kind of also riding a dragon thing, fighting. There is a lot of Twitter uploads. Yeah, right. Full body IK all the way, right? You're using control rig for the dragons. Oh, that looks like a hell to me, man. I love to have characters with 2 legs. Wings, flying. I guess the dragons fly, correct? Just imagine about having flying characters. Oh, nice. Oh, well, depending on how you look at that. And what about the AI? There are other dragons? Or is only one dragon? I think flying looks simple because, you don't have legs. But it's pretty hardcore, eh? You are working in a 3D matrix there with animations and... But I think it's smart to don't have the dragon to land. Like some birds that they are migratory, that they don't land in months and they survive. Okay, so we need a left arm there. So yes, let's do that. Let's do that in the blueprint, in the montage here. And let's make a new tag, which is gonna be damage, but the damage is gonna be left arm. So we are gonna apply the same for everyone else. Let's copy paste. I don't trust this. Okay, so that's right. Left arm. All right. So this left arm now in the mid-range attack, we can indeed damage, but I see, I'm sending the tag. Okay, got it. So we don't need all these options, we only need the I can put the damage because it's the parent tag, and tags have respect hierarchy. So now here, I see. Oh, I see. Oh my god. Okay. Sure. Let's do damage. Right. Sorry, left arm. I'm blurred. I have the dragonfly behind you connected to a loose spring. That's cool. Oh wow, really? Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's the thing, man. The springs. We always think about the springs for animation and overlapping and things like that. But I was using also springs to tell location of the AI around you in a smoother way, so they are slowly. I remove the system, but I use springs in also crazy ways. But yours is definitely quite interesting, like using a spring to pull the dragon. That's really cool. Okay, so I need to understand what the hell I'm doing there. Okay, I see. So option 3. Lot of crap, man. I'm gonna do a wild guess that this is gonna work. Option 3. There is a better way of doing this, but which is using a select. Can I use here a... No, forget it. So, and this is gonna be 3. And that's the fallback, I see. And then, because I'm not using... Yeah, then I want to send a knockdown. And here I decide what is a knockdown. I see, the legs are knockdowns, and I want also... I said bomb because it's a legacy tag, but it's knockdown actually. I hope this makes sense. I don't know. I think I'm missing something, but let's see. Okay, yeah, definitely I'm missing things. What I'm missing? I'm calling a tag. You think I need... Oh. I'm arriving here. I think I am. Okay. Let's keep the flow. Ah, but that's not the one I want. Okay, let's cancel that. Let's go to the mid-range. Wherever it is, because I lost it again. Let's remove this break point here, and let's add it here. What was that Morango? I'm fucking bad on Twitch. That highlight message. 100 what? Coins of bullshit of Twitch. I don't want you to pay a fucking shit, man. I just didn't notice that. I now I feel bad. Okay, so it's not calling that. Okay, I see. So let's change this by damage left arm, but this, okay, whatever. I remember now a bit. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, this is working now. Let's remove this. Nice, we got it. Nice, this is working now. So the question is, at what distance this guy should consider I can get you? That's a great distance. Awesome, this is gonna work. Okay, so now the moment of truth. It's gonna be to first this, if not, if it's less than 700, we're gonna put this 1000. Then do this. I could do also with the dot product, but and here we can add the mid-range. And let's connect the brain to this guy. And let's see how he chooses. Okay, that's initializing the AI. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, the jump is weird. I don't know why it's jumping. Oh, because I'm outside the... I'm outside. That's crazy, eh? It's working with a navigation mesh. That's why it's jumping. It's trying to find his way to the navigation mesh. That's cool. But why is keep doing this? Oh, okay. Let's cancel both. Why is repeating that? I'm gonna put the behavior tree on the left. I don't understand should I don't get it. Ah. Okay, I see. A narrow window there. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. Okay, let me put this guy there. Oh no, cinematic. I have a volume cinematic here. I forgot. What the hell was going on? Crazy. Oh. Oh, I like it. I like it. Joder. Okay, now they are abusing that a little bit, like a lot, maybe. So we need to do a choice here. Two things. One is a cooldown. and let's say, yeah, every 8 seconds, something like that. Otherwise, oh my god, you know. And let's say 750, even 800. It's like they are moving a lot. 600, so we narrow the options there a bit. I'm trying to check. He can't get me, right? Okay. More or less. I'm gonna reduce this. The thing that annoys me is that one of the reasons I built this is to catch players trying when they are trying to run away. So I want to make a little change here, and that little change is gonna define this. So let's see. Okay. This is freaky. This is fucking awesome. This is fucking great that I have this. Because because I can take this. I can remap this. Clamp float. And if you are running very fast, I want to multiply this a bit more. If not, normal. I hope that makes sense. Let's import, let's print this value here. Let's make it, I don't know, a color, put it a lot of time, compile, save, and play and observe. Yeah. I can push this even more. This is too much, but I really want to test this properly. Should work. I'm gonna make it happen in 700 though. Come on, come on. Hola, joder, tío. I was testing. That was rude. Yeah, that's working. we are moving forward. That's cool. Hey, no. Please. Hey, I want to buy. Man. So now we need to define when this ability can't be cancelled anymore. And for some reason, yeah, I would say a little bit earlier. Don't attack. Joder, man. Qué perro eres, tío. Qué puto asco me das. No. Joder, tío, de verdad. Vale, ok. For some reason I can cancel it, I don't know why. I know, because it depends on other tags. I see. All right, so I'm gonna test everything in context now. I can also consider to do this other one as well. No, we don't need it. Okay. What? What? Okay. Thank you. Let's close shit. Let's save everything. Okay, let's do this properly. Let's save everything. All right. Now, no, yes, okay. I'm gonna remove the music. And I think I can also close this. Yeah, let's save it, why not? I'm gonna put this as this to don't consume too much memory. I'm gonna wait. Bio sort. Yes, range, I'm gonna go for the light septum. Breaker, I only have one. Finish, I only have one. Tactical wall. Alright. So let's play normal. I should do an animation. Definitely adds, the new animation helps. It's quite dark now. qué perro. Qué hijo puta, tío, qué hijo puta, qué hijo puta, qué hijo puta. But it's more interesting now. The combat is becoming more interesting with this little change. Because now I can't run back all the time to load myself. That expose me sometimes, so it's better to be more offensive. They are now. It feels like they take advantage of you going back because exposes you. When I was trying to go back while trying to load an ability, is the time that he used that, and that's pretty cool. Soy idiota, ¿eh? Hostia puta. Cool. That's becoming... How do you handle blocking with a shield in your game? Do attacks have to hit the actual shield? No. Using a dot product. If it's facing forward in, like, I think it's 0.2 or something like that, is a block already. I don't use hit, and it happens in the last stage, in the very last stage. So everything happens, a hit happens, everything goes like a normal attack, and in the very last moment I check if you are blocking and you are facing the character in a specific dot product. So no hit, there is no hit event, there is no even collision or anything in the shield. So rather, I believe in that, because unless you're doing physical animation, style of combat, it's more about your intention. If you are facing the enemy, even if the animation maybe looks off, like, oh, but I block, or, you know, it is, were you facing the enemy with a block at that moment, yes or no? Sometimes the environment doesn't look great, depending on the day, depending on but if I do this, now it looks a bit better, I think. What are the towers? I heard something. Hostia. Joder. Joder, qué perro, tío. Fuck it. Right. I need to redo the level shaders. I start to do that. Wait. Joder, tío, I didn't see that. Last one. Last one, and I'm done. And this time I'm gonna go with this crazy gun. wait for the loading. No more jokes. No more jokes. Funny that I can see the... Uy, 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 uy. Hostia, hostia, hostia. It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous because until I reload the energy, I can die. Hey. Hey. Oh, I broke this. Oh, I broke the... Oh, I see. Okay, I need to fix that. Little bug of the new... Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How the hell you were spawned there? How is that possible? That shouldn't happen. Are you stuck? Ah, you are just stupid. Joder, tío, me cago en su puta madre y la madre que me parió. Fucking stupid. I'm gonna try this just because it's silly. So stupid. Joder. Como la puta, tío. Okay, this is becoming a little bit hardcore. I just want to check this very quickly. I don't want to pretend to fight anyone. I just want to check if the eggs are broken, so I put a checkbox in like, okay, things to fix, and that's pretty much it. And yeah, they are broken. Okay. Okay, fair enough.
Joder, tío. Okay, that's it. Eggs are broken, but we did this new cool animation that makes the combat almost, I would say, maybe not double, but close to double harder than before, because I can't take my time of going backwards, and apparently going forwards is the way to go, and is part of the original idea of adding this kind of very quick reaching to the player ability, which including an attack in the very end, so that makes the things hardcore, and that's great. So yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. Most likely between tomorrow and Thursday I'm gonna upload a new devlog, and it's gonna have a new fancy features, including obviously these little new animations and attacks and updates in general of animation. So that's pretty great. I'm pretty excited. See you soon.